And we are live. Welcome to the process. It is Wednesday, February 9th. I am Josh Engleman, and I am here to break down a 6-game NBA slate. Very easy one to manage for today. Before we do anything, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter too, at Josh Engleman. Good morning to everybody. Great to see everybody in chat. We had a wild one yesterday. We had a process show, and then didn't take long for multiple huge NBA trades to land on our tables, and it was fun to see. I enjoyed it. I didn't really love any of the trades, but I don't know why some of them happened, but it was good to see. We've got Domantas Sabonis in Sacramento now. We've got Tyrese Halliburton in Indiana. CJ McCollum is a Pelican. Wild day yesterday. Wild day coming up tomorrow. Event is already created. If you look at the Awesemo.com YouTube channel, you will see we are already set up for tomorrow, 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. NBA trade deadline show. Maybe even earlier if we start to see some deals trickling in that 12:30 to 1:30 range. I'm just going live, and we are chopping it up, talking NBA for multiple hours. It's going to be a good time. Make sure you're stopping by, hang out in chat, hit me with questions. We're going to be able to do basically whatever we want to do for the better part of 2+ hours. I cannot wait. I mean, that was it was a very interesting deadline. If I'm Portland, pretty happy about the way everything went. If I'm the Pelicans, I'm just looking down the line at when Zion leaves. I don't think that this deal is going to be helping them out all that much. If I'm the Pacers, I'm doing backflips. And if I'm the Kings, I'm prepared to continue to miss the playoffs over and over again. Yeah, Miles, I disagree there. I don't know. I was Cantor, you scared me there. I thought I missed the Jakob Poeltl trade at like 11 o'clock last night or something. Be interesting if he went back to the Raptors. I don't love the fit. I mean, I do, but I don't. I like that. I like Poeltl a lot. I don't know if that's the kind. Like, I would want to go more offense at center than defense for them. They seem to have enough defense on the perimeter. But what do I know? Did not like that deal for the Pelicans, though. I think it's pretty easy to find 95% of CJ McCollum for 25% of the cost. I just don't see it. I don't know what the benefit is there. Who's supposed to have the ball? Is that supposed to be McCollum? Is he the initiator? So then it's not in Ingram's hands? What does Zion do when he gets back? I don't like the CJ fit at all. Let's be clear here. He's not young anymore, and he's not particularly efficient. CJ McCollum this season, 53% true shooting. That's a 35th percentile outcome. It's been below 40th percentile in 2 of the past 3 seasons. I don't know. Not a rebounder. Terrible on defense. I don't see it. I don't see it. If CJ McCollum's getting paid in a different way, it might be a little bit different. But like I agree. I mean, I said it on the strategy show yesterday. SMP's saying it here. I think I would rather have Josh Hart if I have to have both contracts. Like it's unquestioned if contracts are taken into account. I think it's pretty close between the two if it's not. Josh Hart this season, has a 60% true shooting. He is ultra efficient. Now, obviously, we're coming about this in very different ways. He's a low usage guy. But I don't see the Pelicans as a guy that needed to add a 26% usage ball handler. 8-game, probably solo. I just don't I don't want to pay CJ McCollum $30 million a year to take the ball from Brandon Ingram and Zion, because you have to piece Zion into this deal. If you're not looking at it like, how does this work with Zion on the floor, then it's an even dumber deal. Because if you're just trading for CJ McCollum to be a part of a team that doesn't have Zion on it, then you obviously shouldn't make that deal, and it's a gigantic mistake. So the only way to evaluate this is how it all works together. And I just wouldn't want to pay CJ McCollum's 30. Brandon Ingram's what, 24? Zion's what, 23? Something like that. Yeah, Ingram's 24. What are we doing here? Oh, yeah, Cantor, of course. It's not even a panic move to appease Zion. It's a panic move to save David Griffin's job. Chris, any Laker move predictions? I mean, they can't really do anything. It's whatever team is willing to take Talen Horton-Tucker, Kendrick Nunn, and a first-round pick. But anyway, that's what we're going to do tomorrow. We're going to do this today. We're going to break down everything. San Antonio Spurs. Oh, no. What am I doing? I'm diving in. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Dragging ass today. I don't even know why. Got a pretty reasonable night's sleep. Didn't do anything crazy. Had a good dinner. But I don't know. I woke up foggy. Just a real foggy brain. So I've got my coffee. And I think that my coffee is incredibly important to me today. I would like to drink this now. So let's do this. If you've got a coffee or a tea or a water or a beer or a hot dog or a joint, whatever it is that you got right now, join me in this. Rise and grind, everybody. It's good to be here. Cheers to you guys. Let's get it started. Ooh, that was good. Created like an air bubble. I couldn't get to it. I really can't wait for tomorrow. Maybe my best friend Fields will stop by. Give us his incredible takes about how James Harden has been negatively affected by the new free throw rules, even though he hasn't. So, it's not that I don't understand why the Kings would want Sabonis. He's really good for what he is, and he raises the floor of the Kings, which is something that is incredibly important to them. The problem is giving up Tyrese Halliburton to do it. At the very least, I hope Rashawn Holmes gets traded. I drank so much water yesterday too, Cantor. I don't know what it is. It's not a dehydration issue. Not that I shouldn't be drinking a ton of water and I won't feel better, but yeah, I am not a Domantas Sabonis fan. He's obviously an exceptional regular season player. I don't think his skill set is set up well to succeed in the highest rounds of the playoffs. But I think he's an exceptional regular season player for you. You just don't give up Tyrese Halliburton for that. That's all. All right, let's dive into this slate. San Antonio Spurs taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Spurs are 6.5-point underdogs in Cleveland. And for the Spurs, we've got a Q tag on Lonnie Walker, a Q tag on Trey Jones. It's going to be a nightmare offensively, too, because there's no spacing for Sabonis and Holmes to be on the floor together. I don't know how they do it. Alrighty. So for San Antonio, I think we're basically keeping the same rotation. Like, I just have to assume that Lonnie Walker and Trey Jones are both available. And if that's the case, then this isn't even a discussion. This is just previous assumptions. Although I guess I got to get Jake Puds back in the game, which is really the issue here. So we'll get Jakob Poeltl back in for 32 minutes. Oh yeah, Zach Collins is back now too. And it looks like Zach Collins is the backup center. So that works. Forgot he was back. It's exciting. Have they really not played since Friday of last week? Or did I not do this correctly? Did I miss a day of my data? Friday to today. Wow. Okay. A nice rest for San Antonio. All in is one way to put it, Shane. Zach Collins is unable to be evaluated at this time because he's played like 100 minutes in 4 years. He's probably bad. What's up, Crispy? All right, Murray's minutes look fine. White's minutes look fine. I can't even. Not in the AM, bro. I might have to block you for 5 minutes. If you think that Marvin Bagley has a higher ceiling than Domantas Sabonis, you should not be allowed to watch basketball. I hope that's a troll, because that is a shockingly terrible take. Hit that like button, though, if you haven't. All right, Josh Primo's still playing. Yeah, I like this. I like everything that I have in here right now. Because if Lonnie Walker is back, I don't think, I think that we're pretty much set up here. So I'm not making any changes to San Antonio. I'm happy with this. I can't tell if you're being serious. I'm not moving fast enough to deal with this right now, but yeah, Bagley's terrible. Truly terrible. Untradeable, I might add. Fully untradeable. All right. We're going to Cleveland. All right, I got to focus. No more of this Marvin Bagley's actually good nonsense. I can't handle that. It's going to be a real problem for me for the rest of the day. So I got to focus. We got to go to Cleveland. Q tag on Garland. Still no marketing. Karis LeVert available. What are we going to do here with the Cleveland Cavaliers? We have to assume that Darius Garland is playing. That is an easy one. I'm going to take out the minutes of everybody now. We've got Jared Allen's minutes in. I feel pretty good there, going 32. Feel good at 26 for Kevin Love. I feel good at 35 for Evan Mobley. Now, how many minutes? I'm just going to... we have to guess that Karis LeVert's just stepping straight into 32 minutes. I think that's the only way to do this. And I think that at least with Markkanen still out, we're going to get 30 minutes out of Isaac Okoro. So, from a backup perspective, I wonder if they continue to play Rondo. You know, Brandon Goodwin feels like he's donezo here. You know, we get Chetty in for 20 minutes. That also, like, sort of ruins the Dean Wade experience. Is Dean Wade just going to be out of the rotation? Probably, right? Dean Wade goes away, and we get Chetty minutes. I mean, I guess this doesn't even really matter who these final 2 or 3 guys are, although it is a 6-game slate. I don't know who's going to, does Karis LeVert play the backup point guard run? Is it as simple as doing something like this, and then we have to fill in at like the 2 and the 3. If Garland plays, Rondo shouldn't. So I'm going to assume Garland does play and Rondo doesn't play. We'll see if that actually works out the way that I'm anticipating. So let's get Chetty his 20 minutes. We'll get Dean Wade his 20 minutes. Because it's got to be one of like Lamar Stevens or Dean Wade or Rondo that is going to be out. I'm going to split those guys. So we're going to go Wade for 15, Stevens for 15, but it might be 15 to Rondo. I don't think it matters. And then I don't have a great idea on what to do with rates. So we're going to use... Can we use Rubio as a proxy for Karis LeVert? How high was Rubio's usage rate this year? I wouldn't be all that confident that Colin Sexton is playing for the Cavs. Also, you cannot play those 3 guards together. But, yeah, no. In that lineup, you're starting Okoro in place of somebody. Probably. But, yeah, no. The days of Colin Sexton starting for Cleveland are, in my opinion, over. All right, so Ricky Rubio, let's say Colin Sexton off. And then we'll say that Rubio and Garland both played in the game. I just want to see what Ricky Rubio's usage rate was when he was active and Colin Sexton wasn't around. Because if that's anything like the mid-20s, I think it's going to be a bit lower. I just want to try to use... You know what? 24 is not bad. That could be close enough to a proxy for Karis LeVert. So we'll also say that Markkanen is off. And we'll also say that Mobley and Allen played. This should give me a decent cross-section of what Cleveland will look like with Karis LeVert. Darius Garland goes to like a 24% usage rate, because that's really the only piece that really matters. We got to bring Garland's usage rate down. If I just cut everyone's usage rate, just to get me where I want to be in general, you know what? It probably does. I'm gonna do something like that. And then, yeah, I actually don't really have any changes that I want to make to Cleveland. I'm going to assume that their usage rates carry everything else. Mobley, yeah, I think this works. All right, so that's game 1. It only took us 21 minutes to get to this point, so really nailing it from a timing perspective. I got to delete yesterday's ownership. There we go. Did I not refresh salary files? Oh, I'm on Sacramento. No wonder. All right, San Antonio. Derek White probably looks like the best option here. 6,400 on FanDuel, 6,100 on DraftKings. I'd be happy to get to DeJounte Murray. I'd be happy to get to Keldon Johnson. No issues there. But White, to me, looking like the best option in the game. On the Cleveland side, I like Evan Mobley, 7K on FanDuel, 6,800 on DraftKings. I like Jared Allen for 7,600 on FanDuel. Both guys have the power forward eligibility. Shane, not so sure I agree with that one either. Unless you're just looking for a backup to like a backup scorer. I don't know. I don't see it on the Hawks. I like Isaac Okoro today. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe he wants to play for his role a little bit, but shooting guard, small forward, flat minimum on FanDuel. Like that's a value play, unfortunately, that we need to pay attention to. We have no idea what his minutes will look like today. But Mobley to me is the best option in the Cleveland side. Derek White on the Spurs side. Sotex, yes, today is a Yahoo day. Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. All right, let's move it on to Chicago now. They are 2-point favorites in Charlotte, 230 total. This is a big one. Plus, we get Sacramento tonight, which is lucky for you guys. So for the Bulls, who do we know isn't around? We know that Dosunmu has a concussion. He's out. No Ball, no Caruso, no Patrick Williams, no Derek Jones. So we get Dosunmu out of there. Another guy down in this rotation. Nate, good morning. Antonio, I have no idea. I won't be able to watch the show. All right. So Kobe White's just going to have to play a lot because they don't have the bodies to not do it. So first of all, I'm going to give Kobe White 34 minutes. We're giving Zach LaVine 36. We're going to say 36 for DeMar, 35 for Vooch, a split to Bradley and Cook. It looks like they're going back to just Bradley. Doesn't matter at all. Troy Brown is going to have to play something in the 20s for sure. We'll go 24 straight away. We'll go Devontae Green for 30. And then we'll go to Matt Thomas first for, 20, and then 12 for Malcolm Hill. Sounds about right. Could be Alfonso McKinney. I don't think that'll matter all that much. I don't think Dosunmu matters for the rates. We already have Kobe White's rates in. I don't have any other real changes that I want to make, so... Kobe White is popping like crazy. If you guys are wondering who we're going to be going to aggressively in this game, I can let you know right now. It's Kobe White. On the Charlotte side, we know Gordon Hayward is out for an indefinite amount of time. Last I saw, 12 games evidently. No Cody Martin. No Jalen McDaniels. Book night doubtful. So again, Charlotte basically went to a 6-man rotation after Gordon Hayward got hurt. They barely played Ish. They just played everybody else 40 minutes. Are they going to do that again? Probably, right? So I'm going to give Ish the backup run at point guard, and that's going to be 12 minutes. Do I go more than 36 minutes for LaMelo Ball? That's the question. 36 feels about right for LaMelo, but maybe I go to 38. We go 38 and 10. We go 38 to Terry Rozier. We go Mason Plumlee for 28 minutes. TJ Washington for 32 minutes. I mean, Miles Bridges, I'm just going to give the 38 just to placehold because I don't want to go over 38 until I know that I have to. And then we get Kelly Oubre in for, I think, 36. That's 7 guys, and it leaves me 20 more minutes. feels like they have to put somebody in the rotation, but they are down Martin, they are down Hayward, they are down Bouknight, they are down McDaniels. They're running low on bodies. So maybe they give Nick Richards 8 minutes, which means you rotate those minutes around a little bit. That's still 12 extra minutes, and I can't just give everybody else 40. I'm going to get these guys one way or the other. If I give them 40, I think it's just wrong. I think 38 has to be the cap. So I need to figure out who I'm giving these final minutes to. Feels like JT Thor, considering everybody else on this team is a center. So I'm just going to give JT Thor 12 minutes of placeholder time. I don't know if it's going to matter at all. I do know that the Hornets are going to look exceptional. Let's just see what they look like when Gordon Hayward is off. No, actually, these rates aren't going to change. It's just Gordon Hayward of anybody that actually drives the ball. So I'm going to leave everything that I have in, at which point this game is about to look ridiculous. By the way, I know I'm dragging ass here so far. We've got 120 viewers in here, 50 likes. If you haven't hit the like button yet, please hit that thumbs up. I'm starting to talk my way into energy. So, very clearly, Coby White is the best option on Chicago. It is not close. He's 4,500 on FanDuel, 5,100 on DraftKings, and I think he just has to play a ton. Even if he is a 0.84 fantasy point per minute guy now with who's on the floor, you cannot avoid him today because of their shorthandedness. Levine on FanDuel at 8K is the second best option in this game. Vooch looks good across both sites, 9,800 and 9,500. It's just that White is a better value. Levine on FanDuel is a better value, but Vooch overall looking good. And then I think DeRozan on DraftKings is perfectly viable at 9,600. Now for Charlotte, because we know that these guys are playing monster minutes. LaMelo should be in everything. Miles Bridges should be in everything. Terry Rozier should be in everything. Kelly Oubre should be in everything. PJ Washington should be in everything. Mason Plumlee should be in some lineups for you. But there is no way, like 5x plus 10 right now, you're expecting almost two of these guys from Charlotte to get there. You just have to play an overwhelming amount of Ball, Bridges, Rozier, Oubre, and Washington. You don't have a choice. You literally don't have a choice. You have at least one of those guys in every lineup and maybe two. They're going to be in everything. They're going to be the highest ranked guys. Some individuals might catch them, but they're just going to be everywhere. They're going to be everywhere. Play all the Charlotte today. Then we go to Toronto. Raptors are 9.5 point favorites in Oklahoma City. For Toronto, no news right now. Everybody that's normally available is available. For Oklahoma City, I assume they've got a bunch of headaches. Giddey is in. No Shea, no Earl, no Wiggins, no Muscala, no Roby. So we know what we're doing here. We check out Toronto. And we're going to say that Pascal Siakam is in for, I'm going to say 39 minutes. That's 39 for Siakam. We're going to go to, I got 38 on Van Vliet. I'm going to hold there. I'm going to go to 37 on OG Anunoby. We're going to hold Scotty Barnes at 37. And then we've got Gary Trent in for 37 as well. That all looks fine to me. Wait, that's not right. Oh, no, that is right. Oh, that's not right. There we go. 3:34. There we go. 37 minutes for Trent. Morning, News God. Now I can give 7 minutes to Banton, 6 minutes to Kem Birch. Feels like I should take 1 minute away from Boucher and give it to Precious. We'll go 20 and 19 on these two. Not that it matters. Rates all stay the same for Toronto, so we know what we're doing there. Then we go to Oklahoma City, where I don't really think I'm going to change the rotations because it's going to be the same stuff. So I've got Giddey in. We're all good there. Trey Mann in. All good there. 31 minutes. Honestly, I can make it 32 and it won't be much of an issue. Dale Maladon, minutes were a little low. Ty Jerome, minutes were a little low. Iakite played a lot less because they went to favors for reasons that I don't totally understand. So we're actually going to cut those minutes down to 22 and 20. Baisley playing massive run. We'll bump that up a little bit. Kenrich Williams got 30. I got Lou Dorden for 33. I think we're good here. I could probably get Dort up to 34. But that's too many minutes for Kenrich. Get Kenrich Williams up to... I'm at 25 now. That feels a little low. Take Ty Jerome down a minute. Take Kenrich to 26. We'll take Maladon down a minute. We'll take Kenrich up to 27. That seems like it works. What would Schroeder do for the Cavs? Absolutely nothing. Oh, Miles, did they call Poku back up again? Oh, yeah, it looks like Poku is available. So he should be able to get a weird amount of run. I actually don't know where he would slot in. I don't really know where he would slot in. I hate this team so much. Where do we want to pop Poku in? So when Poku played on Saturday, that was with no Dort. The rest of the lineup just stayed the same. I don't really see a spot where his minutes would naturally come from. I guess Maladon would be the first guy to get a real big haircut. And man. I don't know. I don't know where to unearth his minutes from. I'll take Maladon down to 12. We'll take Ty Jerome down to 19. I'll take one of those minutes away from Kenrich. I'll take 2 more minutes away from Favors. I'm just going to give him 9 minutes right now. It's not relevant, and it's really hard to even care too much about this team. We'll talk through it right now. So for Toronto, no surprises. You know you're playing the entire starting 5. Siakam, Van Vliet, Anunoby, Barnes, and Trent. I would say Van Vliet, 8,587 would be my favorite option. Barnes, Trent, and Siakam are all basically tied. Little bits of difference depending on which site we're talking about. Anunoby's last. Price is starting to come down on FanDuel, though, so that should be interesting. But much like Charlotte, you're just playing a ton of Toronto. Toronto's like the half step behind Charlotte team today. For OKC, Giddey, both sites. Giddey up to 7K on FanDuel, finally. Trey Mann, both sites. 4,700 on FanDuel, 4,900 on DraftKings. I think Baisley and Dort both look okay on the DK side. A little bit worse on FanDuel. And then it doesn't really matter where the rest of the minutes are going. You're probably not playing any of the other Oklahoma City slop. All right, so that's 3 games up, 3 games down. Now we switch it over to the 3 late night hammer games. First one up, Los Angeles Lakers at Portland. This one should be a total disaster to try to project, although we don't have much of a choice. So for the Lakers, they are on a back-to-back. We have no Melo, no Nunn. Q-tag on Dwight Howard. I'm just going to assume the Lakers are playing everybody that they played yesterday in basically the same manner that they played everyone yesterday. So I'm going to take Ariza down to 26 minutes. We'll bump up Talen Horton-Tucker to 24. I'm pretty confident in everybody else's minutes. I'm less confident in Russ's minutes, that's for sure. So I think whatever we have in for the Lakers right now is just going to hold. At which point, I think Talen Horton-Tucker and Trevor Ariza might be interesting. But yeah, we just have to go with what we had for the Lakers yesterday. Now for Portland, life is a little bit different, and we might actually have to move some stuff around here. So we don't know what the status of Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Josh Hart, Eric Bledsoe. I don't think Bledsoe's ever going to play for Toronto, but we don't know the status of the other guys from the Pelicans trade. I have to assume that they're not playing today. I'm guessing that trade isn't going to be official until the deadline is over so that they can potentially try to aggregate additional teams. So I actually think that whatever we had projected for Portland yesterday is what we should do again today. They had 9 guys available. I'm going to go to that roster. So we're going to go to 36. I don't think anybody's going to play from this trade until the first game, like Thursday night at best. So I'm going to just project Portland as if it's yesterday. That's 36 minutes to Simons. It's going to be 30 minutes to McLemore, 32 minutes to Nurkic. I'm going to give Watford the backup center run. I'm guessing, let's see, we got Justice Winslow playing 32 minutes. If he can do that on a back-to-back, good luck. We'll go 32 minutes to CJ Ellaby. Backup point guard run goes to DSJ. Plus 8 more minutes at the 2. I don't know how big Greg Brown and Keljin Blevins are, but those are the final 2 guys. Brown is a small forward. Blevins is a shooting guard. Okay. All right, so Blevins is going to get 12 minutes. Greg Brown is going to get 20 minutes. Who am I missing? Who the hell did I not give enough minutes to? I guess I need to give more playing time to Trendon Watford. So we'll get him up to 22. Who can I give more playing time to? S&P, absolutely not. No 0% chance. I would give up absolutely nothing to get off of Russ. Why waste the pick? You're not winning shit with John Wall at point guard either. You made your bed. You can't get out of it. All right, we'll give 2 more minutes here to Blevins, get him to 14. Now we'll give him 16 just so that he doesn't show up. I think we just have to assume that the rates just get distributed as they do. So let's not forget here. Portland is taking on the Los Angeles Lakers. They're the Portland 7-point dogs. If they're only playing 9 guys, this is a great matchup. Let's not forget, the Lakers are the 6th fastest team in basketball. Portland is 17th. This is a pace-up spot. So on the Lakers side, I really like AD. Yeah, Aaron, I don't care if John Wall is the epitome of health right now. All right, here's the real problem. You guys are making me get into this right now, and I don't want to do it. I've done it on the show already. And look, I don't think they should try to trade him because you don't want to give up assets to get off of this. It's because I don't think that there's a fix. They're bad right now. They're absolutely bad. But we've talked about this before. I'm going to talk about it again. It's important that we show this. I don't think it matters. I don't think that they can win anything regardless. I'm going to take DeAndre Jordan off the floor. I'm going to take Dwight Howard off the floor. We're going to put AD on. We're going to put LeBron James on. And we're going to put Russell Westbrook on. When the three guys are on and AD is at center, they're playing positively. They're plus 3.6. Now, this is not enough to get it done. Let's be clear here. But they're plus 3.6 when those three guys are playing and AD is playing at center. The problem is, one, Russ is just bad. And two, when you're filling in everything else with Malik Monk and Melo and Stanley Johnson and Wayne Ellington, everybody else sucks too. I can't give up assets to get off of Russ because I don't think it creates a win anywhere. Maybe you could do it in the offseason somehow for some sort of swap, but there's just no... You're not upgrading this team into a title team. You're just not. But it hasn't been as bad as it seems when those three guys are on the floor. Anyway, Lakers. Anthony Davis, 11-2 on FanDuel, 10-1 on DraftKings, just center, though. I hate the price bump on FanDuel, but I still like him a lot. I can make a case that I like him more than LeBron. Russ is 7,600. Like, I like Russ on FanDuel. I'm going to take a minute away from him just in case. Yeah, it's not about LeBron getting younger. I say do it in the offseason because it's easier to do that for unbalanced trades or teams that aren't making... Like, nobody wants to trade for Russell Westbrook right now. You can talk that into another team in a different situation. But the Lakers don't have a move that they can make that makes them relevant. It's just not possible. Yeah, I like AD. I like Russ on FanDuel. I like Monk on both sites. I think LeBron's fine on both sites. None of these guys look as good as what we're going to see on Portland or Charlotte or Toronto, but it's not bad. Where are we at on likes here? 139 viewers, 71 likes. We're climbing perfectly. Now time to look at Portland. Here it is. All right, so this is just like Charlotte. Simons, Nurkic, Winslow, Ellaby. Jam them in aggressively on both sites with impunity. Ben McLemore on DraftKings for 4,300. Trendon Watford for 3,100 on DK is worth like a little bit of a flyer. You're just playing a lot of Portland today. And for anybody that was trying to pitch John Wall as anything, we need to remember what John Wall is. John Wall is 31 and a half years old. He played last year for 1,300 minutes and was truly abysmal. He has not been good since 2018. John Wall stinks. There is no ability to assume that John Wall is anything other than not good. Wouldn't be surprised if he ends up back in OKC for the final year of the deal, but it won't be next year. All right, we're going to Minnesota now. 2 games left. Minnesota at Sacramento. For Minnesota, guessing we get full strength here. LeBron likes Russ, and I don't get why. Because they're human beings. And they're just probably friends. I worked with a bunch of people that I thought were shitty at their job, but I liked hanging out with them outside of the office. You got to remember, man, it's just basketball. Picture it like it's an accounting office. Picture it like it's something else. He likes him because he likes him, man. Sometimes it's just nice to work with your friends. Yeah, Ray, I'm going to do this again because I did it yesterday. Russ doesn't play his heart out. He doesn't play all that hard. He plays hard selfishly. He plays really hard when he has the ball or he wants a rebound. He does not participate defensively in any aggressive manner. If he doesn't have the ball on offense, he's not moving or cutting or setting screens. He does not play hard. He's just selfish. The myth that Russell Westbrook plays hard right now is one of the most ridiculous things. Because he doesn't. Minnesota, everybody's available. This is standard issue Minnesota right now. This is a back-to-back, so there's no telling. But everything I had in for yesterday is just what we're going with for the Wolves. And keep your eyes peeled. Wouldn't be surprising if there was a Minnesota trade today. Now, Sacramento. Hield gone. Halliburton gone. Okay, so Holmes didn't play yesterday. Does he play today, I wonder? Because I know it was a personal reason. Are they trying to not play Holmes before the deadline because he's on his way out? Like, to me, that's possible. What do we do here? Can we even project can we project Sacramento right now? Yeah, I mean, LeBron takes it off a little bit, but he's not slightly different. I don't know how to project the Kings today. I think that Richaun Holmes is going to sit because they want to trade him by Thursday. But they're relatively limited on guys that can actually be available here. So we got I mean, like, De'Aaron Fox just missed 8 straight games. Is he playing a back-to-back now? This dude missed a staggering amount of time. Are we just slotting him back into a starting lineup? Fidel, they can't trade Marvin Bagley. He has no value. They would have to give something up in addition to Marvin Bagley. It's not that they don't use him right. It's that he can't be used right. He's not good. All right, I'm going to project as best as I can here. Fox gets 35. Davion Mitchell gets 34. Harrison Barnes gets 35. Metu gets 28. Bagley gets 20. Holmes gets 26. Damian Jones gets 18. Mo Harkless got hurt yesterday, right? Don't know what to do there. So we'll give Harkless 17 minutes, Jameis Ramsey 14, and now I think and Lewis King, I guess, 13, something like that. I'm going to cut all these rates. I mean, we're not even going to have the ability to project these guys right now. What's Fox's usage rate when half the team doesn't play? They should trade Fox. All right. For Sacramento, if we take Hield and Halliburton off, and we say that Fox played, Mitchell played, Barnes played. Right, this is going to be such a small sample. Yeah, SMP, I'm with you. I'm totally with you. I'm not touching any of these rates. I just have to let it go. There's no way to project Sacramento right now. It's impossible. So for Minnesota, I love Anthony Edwards. I really like Russell. By the way, De'Aaron Fox's stats have been worse with Halliburton off the floor this year. It's kind of crazy. Well, it's not kind of crazy. Halliburton's a great catch and shoot guy. I like Towns. I like Edwards. I like Russell. I like Bev to a degree. But if we look at the Sacramento side, I mean, look, if Fox plays, he looks really, really good. If Metu is starting, he looks really good across both sides. If Holmes is playing, he looks really good on DraftKings at 5K. Barnes is solid on DraftKings. Mitchell's solid on DraftKings. I know Minnesota's trying to look at Thad Young right now. Abel, congratulations. Congratulations. Let's close out this slate. One final game. Golden State at Utah. This one should actually be relatively easy to handle. For the Warriors, no Clay, no Draymond, no Iggy, no Wiseman, no B, Jelly. So we get Clay out of there. No Iggy. Looney questionable is a real problem for this game that will actually open up crazy value if he ends up being out. So I'm going to go like 24 to Kuminga, 36 to Steph. With no Clay, Jordan Poole goes up to 32 minutes. Peyton at 16. Otto Porter at 24. Damian Lee will go 20. And then maybe 17 to Moses Moody. And once again, it's just going to be another one of those you don't really play all that much of this team games. But at the very least, we do need to grab new rates for Golden State because they are a bit of a different team when Clay is not on the floor and Draymond is not on the floor. And we'll say that Curry played, Wiggins plays, and Poole plays. Yeah, he is unquestionably selfish. Not even up for debate. Don't equate guy that gets assists with guy that can't be selfish. Also, try not to remember what you think Russell Westbrook did 6 years ago in Golden State when evaluating how he plays now. Two very different players. Two very different pieces of analysis. What he was 5 years ago has no bearing on the way that he plays today. All right, Steph, 33% usage rate. A little bit of an assist rate bump, but nothing too crazy. Jordan Poole, 26.4% usage rate. Little bit of an assist rate bump. Wig. Nothing really changes for Wiggins here. Everybody else just down in the singles. Jordan Poole on DraftKings. Does he have a broken price tag? Am I seeing that correctly? We'll close this out with Utah. Utah Jazz. No Gobert. Rudy Gay questionable. Not in the AM, bro. A physical takes a little bit longer than 10 minutes. It's not a physical so that you can play high school softball. This is a physical for $30 million assets. They're going to put him through a couple things other than they're not just getting a doctor to check if he has a hernia. I'm guessing a physical for the NBA takes multiple hours. That didn't help. All right, Utah. So just still no Gobert. It appears that we need to go to some sort of Azubuike combination at center. So we're going to go to 24 minutes on Azubuike, 20 minutes to Whiteside, 22 minutes to Rudy Gay. Yeah, there you go. Ray, that's a great point. They found a tumor in Karis LeVert's physical in his trade to the Pacers. That is not something you find in a 10-minute physical. That's a great point, Ray. Didn't even think about that. You can play that quickly. It depends who you are and how the trade looks. Look, the real key piece of information here is that teams rarely rush these trades to get done before the deadline because you want to keep your flexibility open to add additional teams and fold these trades into other things. So in this lead up, it's likely that a lot of these deals we don't see consummated till post Thursday so that they could all become bigger deals by the deadline tomorrow. Like, there are ways where it doesn't matter. If you're an expiring contract coming back, health is pretty much irrelevant. Alrighty. We got the Jazz done. So let's look at this final game. Golden State. Yeah, Ray, I don't know if Sabonis is going to get rerouted on this one. You can play Steph on FanDuel at 9,500. You can play Jordan Poole aggressively at 5,800 on DraftKings. And then on Utah, Donovan Mitchell, 8,800 on FanDuel, 8,600 on DraftKings. Royce O'Neal, 3,900 on DraftKings. And that's about it. Let's run our crunches now. It is about that time. Thank you guys for being here. Quick show, fun show, easy show. 183 viewers, 92 likes. So we're going to crest our 100 in any second now. Let's run optimals on FanDuel and figure out where we're going today, at least on our first guess, which I don't feel comfortable with having at this point either. Optimals on FanDuel. LaMelo Ball, De'Aaron Fox, Donovan Mitchell, Anthony Edwards, Justice Winslow, CJ Ellaby, Scotty Barnes, PJ Washington, and Yusuf Nurkic. Looks pretty normal to me. Miles, deadline show is going to start no later than 1:30 Eastern. Oh, man, I am sleepy. Gonna be a long one. LaMelo Ball looking like the best play on FanDuel today. We're getting a lot of Portland, a lot of Charlotte up at the top here. LaMelo Ball, Justice Winslow, CJ Ellaby, Kelly Oubre, Anthony Edwards, PJ Washington, Kobe White. That's everybody above 26%. Miles Bridges, Terry Rozier, Nurkic, and Simons are all above 20. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. 4 Blazers in the top 11. 5 Hornets in the top 11, plus Anthony Edwards and Kobe White. Wild one today. On to DraftKings now. On the DK side of this one, optimal lineup. LaMelo Ball, Jordan Poole, Kelly Oubre, PJ Washington, Yusuf Nurkic, De'Aaron Fox, Chimezie Metu, and Justice Winslow. That is an ultra-balanced lineup. No one more expensive than $8,800 LaMelo. So we'll go power rankings now. Sorry, I got to send my wife my Wordle. All right, there we go. Power rankings on DraftKings. A little bit flatter, but there's a clear delineation at the top. LaMelo Ball, Justice Winslow, Metu, and PJ Washington are the top 4. Then we get a little bit of a step down to Oubre, Ellaby, Rozier, Bridges. And then you get a couple more guys above 15%. Fox, White, Mitchell, Poole, Baisley, and D'Angelo Russell. And now we close it out with Yahoo. Just in sports. Both. There's no such... There's not really a... This guy's a GPP play. This guy's a cash play. It's not really a thing. All cash plays are GPP plays. That's really the best way to say it. All cash plays are GPP plays. Not all GPP plays are cash plays. LaMelo Ball, Terry Rozier, De'Aaron Fox, CJ Ellaby, Justice Winslow, Chimezie Metu, Yusuf Nurkic, Karl Anthony Towns, rounding out the optimal lineup here on Yahoo. The power rankings look as follows. And by the way, make sure you're going to Prize Picks, the presenting sponsor of this video. Go to awesemo.com/prizepicks-promo. You can see it on the banner at the top of the screen. Get 1 month free of Awesemo Plus Platinum. Get a little bit of a deposit bonus. We've got free player prop tools on the website that can help you out. Justice Winslow is at the top of the heap on Yahoo today. LaMelo Ball, Kelly Oubre, CJ Ellaby, PJ Washington round out the rest of the top 5. Guys, I believe we are done for today. We're an hour in. We hit our 100 like mark. We're 1 day away from a big time trade deadline. As I mentioned, the event is already created. We're going live tomorrow at 1:30-ish, maybe a little bit earlier if it's starting to get crazy. We're going all the way up until probably 3:30. We'll reevaluate at the end when it's all over. It's going to be a good time, guys. I'm pretty pumped for it. Strategy show will be up in a little bit. That'll be Adam and I going from 10 to 11. Contenders videos will be out in a little bit. I also have to record a Super Bowl prop video with Ben this morning, so I'm hoping I can get all of that stuff done before the strategy show ends up finishing it up. So I think that's it, everybody. Thank you for being here. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, notification bell. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. We're back again tomorrow. Process show. I don't even know how big the slate is. Hopefully it's small, so the terror of trades isn't as bad. So we've got 2, 4, 6. So we've got a 7-game slate tomorrow for the trade deadline. So you're getting process show in the morning, contenders and strategy show, and then basically going straight into trade deadline. You're getting like 8 hours of me tomorrow all the way up till 3 o'clock. We can't beat it. Thanks for being here, guys. It's been great. This was The Process.